Personal activity, core behavior number 1. It starts with the personal introduction. The most feared of all tasks, okay? We're going to talk about a whole list of tasks this morning. The rest are going to be like, no problem, I can do that. This one is the most feared. It is the most. You have to talk to other people. You can't write to them. You can't SMS them. You can't email them. You can't get somebody else to talk to them for you. You have to talk to them. Okay, I have seen it over and over again. Individuals will cross that barrier once or twice, put 1 or 2 people in, and then never talk to anyone else again and go, no, they must do it for me. You can't. You will not succeed. It is an unfortunate reality. You know what they say in life? The sort of the top 3 biggest fears of people. Okay, first is public speaking. Okay, people would rather die, which is number 2, than public speak. Okay. In channel building, fear number 1 is the personal introduction, talking to people about this business. We have done everything we can at DuePoint to remove all shame, all stigma, all embarrassment about this kind of business. Everything you see here, we've tried to design to look like a private bank. We want people to walk in here and go, geez, this looks like a bank. This is amazing. This is not like the last thingy I was at where they were using their cell phones to film on Periscope and things. You know, this is serious business here. Everything we've done, the quality of the materials. I mean, the soundproof wall behind you is 150,000 Rand. Just the wall. We have done all of this so that you are never ashamed of talking to people about DuePoint. But you have to. You have to talk to people to get them into this business. It is something you will just find. I know initially you're all going to say, no, I can do this by email. I can SMS, I can WhatsApp my friends. I can do it like this. I don't have to see them face to face. Do you know how easy it is to respond, no thanks? Do you know how easy? But when you're in the person's face, oh, now it's harder. It's harder. They don't want to let you down now. You see, they're your friends. They don't want to let you down. They've got to talk to you. Can I tell you down the road, we have Prime Meridian Direct, which is my insurance company. We have our direct selling call center, okay? And we found this absolutely phenomenal cultural thing in South Africa. When we talk to the individuals on the phone, now we've got them on the phone, they almost always can't say no. It's really interesting. But if I send them an email or an SMS, we get 1/100th of the response as opposed to somebody who we've got on the phone. They almost always say yes. So we've got 100 people on the phones. We respond to all of our leads telephonically because as soon as they're on the phone, it's harder to say no. And it's exactly the same thing here. They have to give it a chance when you're talking to them face to face. There are 14 XP quests in the XP Rewards program. You guys know the XP Rewards program, those little steps? 14 of them relate to the personal introduction. There are only 20. 14 of them directly and indirectly relate to the personal introduction. It is the single most important thing that you will do for the next 25 years, is talk to people about DuePoint. Okay. So, where do we start with it? I love this. The most important thing in the process of talking to people is in drawing up a list of who you're going to talk to. Okay? It is also the most disparaged exercise. The word disparaged means people ridicule it. They don't want to do it. They think it's useless. They think it's for beginners. They think it's for last century. Guys, it's not. You need to sit down regularly and draw up a list. Because until you've drawn up the list, you actually don't have an action plan. You don't have it. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? You've got cell phones. All of you, I reckon, have got 200 or 300 contacts on that list. Okay? That's a list already. But I'll bet you if I sat you down right now and I said, right, call 5 people. Who are you going to talk to right now about 5 people? You wouldn't really know. I know. I've tried it myself. I sit down and go, okay, who am I bringing to DuePoint? I need 5 people for DuePoint this week. Who am I going to bring in? And I sit there for 30 minutes trying to work it out. It is a time-consuming exercise that has to be done. Take a half a day. Sit down, get your cell phone out, get your email contacts out, and draw up a list. These are the people I'd like to start with. These are the people I'd like to do next. These are the people I think will be the least likely for me to succeed with. That may or may not be true, but it's the way you feel when you draw the list up. Have the list. Now, the list is not finite. I've had people like that say to me before many times. I've worked through my list. I've spoken to everyone I know. There's no one else I can talk to. That is just the most appalling statement ever. I meet new people every day. At the petrol station, in the shopping center, at my church, when I go out to the movies. I am meeting new people all the time. There is always a growing list, but that's just your list. What about the lists of all the people you have put in as a result of your list? So you put in 5 people. Those are 5 people with 5 lists. Once they've put in people from their list, those are 50 more people with 50 more lists. There are 50 million people in South Africa. You are never going to run out of a list. Not ever. Okay? Because you will have brought wealth engineers into your channels, all of whom know people you don't. And as that process continues over years, you will get to the working population of South Africa. You will eventually get to them. It's there. It is just consistency, time, and the effort of sitting down and drawing up the list. Do not discount the value of preparing that list for yourself. If you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan if you don't have a list. It's something you should do. All right. Face-to-face is the next step from the list. I've said it already. You go from the list to the face, not from the list to your WhatsApp. That's not how you do it. You do not succeed when you do that, okay? And then I have this thing called the order of ascent. This is good for beginners. Now, the order of ascent is the order at which you rise, okay? I've had this experience myself, so I know, and I've watched it happen in real life. It's awesome. When you're a brand new channel builder, you've never done anything like this before in your life, okay? The best and worst thing for you to do, but it is the thing you must do first, is approach your family, okay? Because it doesn't matter how good or how bad you are, they're going to reject you outright. They will. But they make a good platform. So that's your first step of ascent, okay? The first step of ascent, talk to your family. They are all going to tell you how you are mad, you're stupid, you've been conned, this is a pyramid scheme, this is, they read about something, this and this. But what's great about it is you get to practice. You practice your story. Even the guys, the executives here at DuePoint, have had to learn how to articulate the DuePoint system. How do I summarize it in 3 sentences? That comes with practice, okay? So you start by totally mucking it up with your family. You're terrible. It takes you 30 minutes to try and describe like the 3 sentences of DuePoint. That's what you do. They reject you. They ask you questions you can't answer. They make you look like a fool. It's excellent because you're learning. You go, that's a question, I need that answer. Then you come and you get the answer to that. The next people you go to, the second step of ascent, is your friends. They're like 50-50 rejection acceptance, okay? So you go in, you're a little bit more practiced now, you get to practice again with your friends. You've got more answers from the questions your family raised, so now you can answer more confidently with your friends. It's like a hit and miss. Now you get it. Now you've done your friends, you're quite good. You've got your pitch down, you've got the answers to go. Now you hit your acquaintances, your business friends, and strangers. 100% success rate. 100%. You sit down with a stranger and you say, man, what do you do? This is what I do. Life sucks. I've got no retirement. My money's running out. I can't pay my debt. You go, no problem. I got the thing for you. You've practiced your pitch. 3 sentences later, he's coming to a DuePoint presentation. Okay, that's your order of ascent. So if you're brand new, go and spend the weekend totally mucking it up with your family. By Monday or Tuesday, you'll be an expert. You can start on your friends, okay? What I want you to do is not be discouraged when your brother tells you you're a complete idiot, okay? He has to. He's your brother. That's his job, okay? So don't be discouraged. Take it as practice. Know that your family will reject you and you're learning. And then you move on and you move on. Okay, right. Let's talk about the invite, all right? The invite. Let's get that pitch right now. This is a business deal. You are building an asset, a business asset. We've spoken about this in the introduction presentation. You know it. You're building a business asset. A business asset is an asset that generates for you a recurring income for the rest of your life. We are not playing around here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a hobby. Okay, this is not us going out to play a bit of soccer with the friends on Saturday. As what do you do? Oh, well, on Saturdays I play soccer with my friends. No, We are changing our lives here forever. So when you talk to someone, when you're bringing someone new into your channel, it is as if you were building your own business. That is how seriously you take it. So the invite should always be treated like a business meeting. If it was a business meeting for where you're working at the moment, you wouldn't be all social about it and, I got this thing I'm kind of doing, just, checking it out, seeing if it works, That's what you say when you're going to the movies to a friend. It is not what you say when you are building a business. You want to say, they say to you, what do you do? Maybe you're at a bar, so what do you do? Well, listen, I can't really tell you now. It's serious business. I'm doing something that's changing my life. Can't really talk about it right now. Can I book 60 minutes with you sometime? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know what your diary's like. Can I book you 60 minutes? I'll tell you exactly what I do and how I do it, and I can show you properly then what I do. Now, you're still at the bar. The rest of the afternoon is social and relaxed, and the guy knows he's got an appointment with you on Tuesday because obviously this is important. Obviously, because you weren't going to just tell me about it around the braai. Treat it like a business meeting, okay? Always do it verbally. We've discussed it already. And avoid the sort of spur of the moment. Hey, there's a room full of 10 people at my friend's house for a dinner party. Excellent. Everybody in the lounge. Everybody in the lounge. I got a presentation for you. Geez, that's the best way to lose friends and certainly not a successful way to get everybody into DuePoint. What you want to do, and Jane was giving me an awesome example. She was at a dinner party the other night and people were saying, man, I am struggling. I am really struggling. Life is not coming together. I can't get a job. There were some youngsters. I can't get a job. I'm qualified and there's no jobs for me. And she said, that is terrible. You know what? We're trying to help people like this. I've got a serious opportunity for you. Can I see you on Tuesday at 10 o'clock? And they were like, I've got nothing. For sure. I'll see you Tuesday at 10 o'clock. So the evening was not changed into a DuePoint discussion. But Jane walked away with 5 people that are seeing her, that saw her this week about DuePoint. See, that's what you wanted to do. Treat it like a business meeting. Make appointments. Know your audience, okay? When you walk in, don't walk into a room of people you have no clue about. Know them. Know their circumstances before you take. Find the common ground. I heard that you've lost your husband. That's crazy. How are you? Is it all right? How are you handling the finances? Create the conversation knowing the circumstances and then find the way in. And know your stuff, guys. Take the time to work through the website. We are loading up training videos. I am still shocked that I'm talking to wealth engineers that have not watched the video on the first 2 development seminars. Returns and rewards and the dashboard. Are you kidding me? How do you build a channel if you don't even know what you're earning? How do you do it? Okay? Take the time. Watch the videos. We will be, as time is progressing, now loading up more and more training videos. Get to watch them, know them, learn them, repeatedly watch them. Come to development seminars, etc., etc. Know your stuff. Read through the policy documents. I've spoken to wealth engineers who haven't read through the code of conduct. That's your contract with DuePoint. How do you even know if you're in breach or not if you haven't read the contract, guys? In the code of conduct, it tells you about your returns and rewards, how we calculate them, all sorts of bits and pieces. And there are some of you out there that haven't read it yet. Where do you find it? You find it under the My Account section. It's at the bottom. It says code of conduct. You click it. It loads it up for you. Read it. Know your stuff so that when you talk to people and they're throwing the questions at you, you've got answers. And you're confident. And you don't look like a fool or somebody who's just dabbling in something, not taking it seriously. Be confident and expect rejection. Expect it. You talk about the order of ascent. Here's the order of descent. For every 100 people you speak to, only 35 of them are going to take a product. One of them will build your channel. One. Okay. So put that in your head now. That's why this is a 5, 10, 15, 20-year project. This is why this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is why this isn't a scheme. There's a new one starting on Monday. Have you heard? I'm serious. There's a new one on Monday. 60% return on your money by Friday. It's coming. Watch. You'll see your friends will be telling about it. Okay? That's not going to happen here. What is going to happen here is I'm going to create an income stream for you that you will have until the day you die. Okay? We will not vanish like these other ones will. We're building sustainability. But it means that in reality, like any business, it's going to be hard and consistent to get to the success. Okay? We get there. And that's all right. There are 50 million South Africans. If we divide that by 100, there's 5 million of them. There's 500,000 of them. 500,000 of them that are going to build channels. How many of that 500,000 are going to be yours? You don't need 500,000 to become a millionaire at DuePoint. You don't. You don't even need a fraction of that, okay? 500,000 in South Africa that are going to build channels that are going to put tens of thousands of people into your channel of distribution, okay? You've got to find them. You've got to sift through them. Expect rejection. Expect it. But we have done everything here at DuePoint to make you proud of what you're talking about. And perhaps we'll be lucky and we'll have 5 out of 100 instead of 1 out of 100 building channels here. All right, good. Common mistakes on the personal invite, okay? Adverts, newspaper adverts. We've already seen it. People are putting DuePoint newspaper adverts in. Newspaper adverts, website adverts, social media, my Facebook. Building new Facebook pages that are all about DuePoint and this new business opportunity. SMS and email bombs. I've got 5,000. I've already spoken to a chap down in the Western Cape. He said, I've got this asset. I said, what's the asset? He said, I got 20,000 cell phone numbers. And I'm going to just bomb them, and I'm going to get them into my channel. I'm just going to have, even if I just get 5,000 of them. I was like, dude, you are going to get 5 of them, okay, if you are lucky. All right? These are common mistakes. You cannot do this stuff. This does not build channels. Cross out social media. Cross out SMS and email. Cross out newspaper adverts. None of them work. This is, in my own personal space, this is 15 years of experience. None of them work. So if any of you are doing it, I can see the worried faces. You have just, if you had to pay money for that advert, you just threw that money in the bin. Just threw it in the bin. Forget about it. No more going forward. This is my favorite, large group sign-ups, okay? You come in, you're super enthusiastic, and I love that, so I shouldn't be quailing it. But this is when you come in, you go, I've got 30 guys that work with me. I want to put 30 of them in a room here for you, Brendan, on Tuesday. I want you to present to all 30 of them. That's great. I'll knock their socks off. We'll get them signed up, and the whole thing will have collapsed by the end of next week. Because you can't look after 30 people. You're learning yourself. You don't know yet how to do this, and now you've got 30 people hitting you with questions, and how come I didn't earn this reward, and when am I getting this bonus, and you are done by the end of the week, okay? This is a bad idea. One day when you're a professional, rank 20, I'll go, right, when are we hitting the stadium? Because I know you and your team can handle it, okay? Right now, forget about it. Right now, it's the one-on-one, face-to-face, block by block that you're building. This is the other large corporate sign-ups. I know this friend. He works with all the guys who do the paper recycling at all the dumps in South Africa. He's got 50,000 employees. I want to set up a process where we hit 1,000 a week. It's never going to happen. I have been through this process probably 15 times. Those transactions never occur. It's not that you can't handle 1,000 people a week. It's that you will never get the 1,000 people a week in. You just wait. Those transactions never happen. It is not how you build successful channels. One day, you'll have 10,000 people in your channel. Not that far away. 3, 4, 5 years from now, you'll have 10,000 people in your channel. But you are not going to get it in the first month or the first week. I need to kind of dampen that enthusiasm. Pour your energy into the one-on-one. So we've got Rob. You know, most of you know Rob. He does all of our design work, and he's actually a specialist in this space here. He's off on holiday in Phuket, the bugger, and so we forced him to make a video specifically on this topic for you this morning. So it's a new piece of technology we're using this morning, so I have every hope that it'll fail, okay? Every hope that it'll fail. It's coming up after the slide. I'm warning you in advance. We've tried, everything's tested, which means it'll fail. Still bear with us, okay? He's going to talk to us in a minute about it. This is my favorite picture, okay? This is a middle-aged white Western Cape man, okay? He does 2 things, okay? One is he complains about everything, okay? I know this because the only complaints I have ever got in any business I've been involved in is from middle-aged white Western Capers, okay? I don't know why. It is. I don't know if you've been to the DMA. The DMA is the Direct Marketing Association of South Africa. They have the national opt-out list. So if you want to opt out of receiving SMS or email advertising, you put your details on that database, and the rest of us deduplicate our databases against it so we don't send you any advertising. Okay? Great. There are 65,000 people on that database. 56,000 of them are white, middle-aged Western Capers. I kid you not. I don't know what happens in the Western Cape. When the men reach 55, they get very bitter, all right? They get very bitter. So that's the first thing these people do. The second thing these white, middle-aged Western Capers do is that they hide behind their computers. They hide behind it. Everything must occur from behind my computer. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to leave my house. I want to stay behind my computer. From there, I'm going to run my social media platform. I'm going to do my SMSing. I'm going to do my email. You can't do this. This is not how it works. You cannot build a channel from behind your computer. Actually, it was one of the guys that I was chatting to a while ago. He actually spoke to a guy who was in a previous business of this sort with us. And he was like, no, I found this perfect thing. It's online. And I'm doing it online now. I don't want to come to DuePoint because they'll make me face people. I'm doing it online now. It does not work online. It does not. You cannot hide behind your computer. It is not an anywhere, anyhow style. This is business. It's serious. It's life-changing what we're doing. Do not promise the world to everybody. I hate that. I see it when you're going to see it in some of the stuff that Rob's going to show you now. These adverts that say financial freedom by March. DuePoint says they will take you on holiday for the rest of your life. But yes, but how? What do you have to do first before I take you away? No, that's all ignored. Join and you get a free holiday. My favorite one is come to a presentation, free tea and coffee. What? Yeah, I know it's true, but if the person says, oh, it's free tea and coffee, okay, I'll come. That person is not going to build you a channel. If they're coming because there's free tea and coffee, they are never going to build you a channel. It's absolutely ridiculous. Stop promising the world. Getting someone else to do it for you is the last thing. Again, I've got that. There's guys that put in 5 or 6 people at the top and they stop. And I've done my work. Here, these 5, they must build my channel for me now. From the personal introduction, the one-on-one, comes the very next step. It is what we call the home meeting. This does not mean it happens at your home. It means it's a small group of meeting. It's you and 3, 4, 5, maybe up to 10 other people that you meet maybe at your home or at a coffee shop or here in one of our rooms here. Anyway, it is the next step after the one-on-one face-to-face. It is where you gather a few. Now, some you might already have put into your channel, but perhaps others you've spoken to briefly and said, hey, listen, I'm meeting with a few of the guys that I'm working with on Wednesday. Don't you want to join us? And we'll all chat to you about what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? That becomes the home meeting, the small group of you. Now, what the home meeting does is a couple of really interesting things. First of all, it earns you XP. I don't know if you've seen that. There's at least 2 activities that get you XP for the home meeting. Okay? The second thing that it does is it creates credibility for you. Not for DuePoint, but for you. Because people now start to get confidence in you. You do it quite well. You've had a bit of practice. You get the 10 together. They see they're not the only ones. Everybody is talking the same language, got the same goals, dreaming the same way, and talking about you as the person that started changing their lives. Now, none of you might be millionaires yet, but they'll be talking about how it was Sipho who brought me to a point where I'm dreaming again. I'm taking control again. It's him. And it's you, Sipho, who's got the meeting running, and people are giving you this edification that in front of others that you've brought in start going, Sherbet, this is quite serious. And this person is obviously somebody who knows what they're doing. Credibility is instantly formed for you, which creates for you further confidence. You get more confident. People are believing in you. And when you talk, they listen. That creates confidence for you. Confidence is good the next time you do a face-to-face. The next time you do a home meeting, you are more confident in what you're doing. So this is a very important second step. If you don't do the home meeting, you end up relying completely on DuePoint. I only ever bring people to DuePoint. Brendan does the presentation. Rob does the presentation. I'm no good at it. I don't like it. So I get all the confidence. I get all the credibility. Guys, I have loads of it. Inappropriate amounts of self-confidence. Okay? I have that. Okay? It's not about me. It's about you. You have to get to a point where we are backup. You're sick one night and can't present, so you bring your people here. Every other night, you do it. You do it. This is your channel. It's your future. You need to be skilled enough to do it. It'll come with time. You don't get it right on the first one. Again, you practice, 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 and you get better and better, and your confidence grows. This is very important. It allows for further direct and personal interactions with people. You've got 5 or 6 people in your living room or at the local restaurant or pub or whatever. It allows you to interact directly with them and them with each other. And it starts to create a camaraderie. Do you know that we can put the perfect system down for you? I can give you the perfect training and videos and websites and smart apps and all of that. None of that will build a channel for you. The only thing that builds channels is the people. And the people only work together when there's camaraderie, when there's friendship, when there's common ground, when there's common purpose. And you have to do that. I can't do that for you. You've got to create that camaraderie, that team, that purpose amongst the people. We can just apply the tools for you. We can just get the tools for you. All right. That then moves on to the head office introduction presentation. It is still very important. It is not the only thing. If you skip the step personal introduction to this and you miss the home meeting, you've already weakened your channel. You have to have each step. But if you skip this step, in the same way, you weaken the development of your channel. The introduction presentation at the head office allows the people that you have brought into your channel an opportunity to see that we are not some fly-by-night organization. They get to see the bricks and the cement, the screens and the rooms and the people. They get to see the DuePoint team in action. It gives them a sense of confidence. It gives them a sense of establishment. I belong to something that is established. That's very important if somebody is going to pour their time and their life into something. They must know that what they're pouring it into will be here tomorrow morning, not after promising you 60% by Friday and disappearing. Okay? We will be here. We will be here. They will see us, Brendan doing his song and dance, and Rob and Tim and Jane, all of us doing what we do at our best, and they go, I'm working with people who I can trust and rely on, who have the skills and the knowledge that I don't have to feel like I'm shaming myself when I talk to my friends and that. I can feel confident with it. So they must come here. So as you build your channels, all your new guys, once a week or twice a week, you should have an appointment here with them. Okay? And if you can't get here because you're outside of Joburg, you should be watching the live streams so they can see it's actually happening. That's what you should be doing. So there's a couple of like calendar events that you should start putting into your diary. The first of which is at least once or twice a week you're right here. And don't come alone. I will kick you out the door if you are here alone. You are wasting your time. You have already seen the show. Okay? That appointment is this week. I'm going to have done 3 more people. Those 3 people with me will be with me here on Thursday night. That's what happens. And every Thursday becomes Thursday night that you're here. Maybe you can't make Thursday night. Maybe you can only make Monday night. But every Monday, you're here with your new people. And you're saying, this is it, guys. This is what I've been talking about. Here it is. See it. Watch the presentation. That becomes part of your cycle. And it's easy. Once it's habit, it's easy. It might be difficult in the beginning, but later on it becomes habit and it's easy. Okay. This is an XP activity. You come to the introduction presentation and wham, presto, 250 XP and 25 XP for every guest. You don't get that for a home presentation. Home presentation you'll get the 250 XP for, but you won't get the 25 per guest. Here, we actually pay you XP for your guests. Okay? It's worth it. Bring them here once a week. Get your XP in. Okay? And of course, there's the live streaming for anybody who can't be here because they don't live in Gauteng. And of course, the recorded videos that are available for you. Guys, the development seminars. The development seminars are a diarized item in your diaries. How many of you have set every second Saturday, repeat, no end date in your phones? Like none of you. I will see if I'm available that Saturday morning for 60 minutes. Will you see if your future is going to change? When I get there, we'll see if my future's changed. When I get there. Folks, this is a business. This is dead serious. You will find out how serious I am about changing your lives, about changing South Africa. It is my fundamental principle as a human being to change South Africa. That's me, the whitey. I'm going to change South Africa for everyone because I want us succeeding. I want us to be the next America. I want us to be the America 100 years ago when they were great, before they became morons. I want us to be that, okay? That is what I am doing at DuePoint. And so I say to you, are you serious about changing your future? Are you serious about not having to rely on somebody else to tell you how much you're going to earn every year? Are you relying on an economy where tomorrow you could lose your job even if you're the senior executive at Anglo? Tomorrow you could be gone. I'm tired of that. Are you not tired of that? So can you not book 1 hour every 2 Saturdays to be here? Can you not book it in your diary? And who do you bring on those Saturday mornings? All the new people you've just put in because they have no idea how to build a channel. But they're going to learn here. They're going to learn here. They're going to get their confidence here. They're going to get their questions answered here. This is something you do. I had one of the ladies, Gina, it was you, Gina said to me the other day, I've invited my guys to come. I was like, you do not invite people to come to a development seminar. You invite people to come to an introduction presentation. You tell people to come to a seminar. You tell them. I'm telling you. Every second Saturday, you look on the events page, you book it in. It's 60 minutes on a Saturday morning. It can change your life forever. You know, come and see the people that have been doing this for 2, 3, 4, 5 decades. Come and get their experience. It means you don't have to do 5 decades before you know how to do it. It means you can learn it in 1 Saturday morning. That's what you're doing. Book it in. Make sure you and your guys are in. So you've got once a week an introduction presentation at head office booked in your diary. That's what I do Monday nights. Okay? And once every 2 Saturdays, you've got it booked in. Every 2 Saturdays, I'm at DuePoint, development seminar, and I've got my new guys there. It becomes part of your process of changing your future. Have you guys heard of the slight edge principle? Slight edge principle is a well-documented scientific principle. It works in every aspect of your life. Okay? Here's an example. You want to get fit. Walk up 2 flights of stairs every single day. So it's not a lot, and you only have to do it once. Just walk up 2 flights of stairs every single day for the rest of your life. In 10 years' time, you'll be good enough to run a 10K race. Because every day you've done a little bit, a slight, and it accumulates, a slight, and a slight, and it does. You want to get thin. Stop eating 1 of your sweet things a day. Coca-Cola. I drink Coca-Cola every day. Stop drinking Coca-Cola. You'll lose 5 kilos over the next 5 years. You will. You're not going to lose 5 kilos in 6 months, but you'll lose 5 kilos over 5 years. Slight edge. Little bit. 100 grams, 100 grams, 100 grams, 100 grams, 5 kilos gone. The slight edge principle works with everything. It's like going to gym. Go to gym, you only do 30 minutes a week. That's never going to make you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But if you do that for 40 years, people will go, man, you're 60, you look amazing. Because every single day for 40 years, you went to gym for half an hour. You know, it's the slight edge principle. This is the slight edge principle. 60 minutes every 2 Saturdays for 5 years. You become a complete expert at this kind of business. And people go, I don't know how you did it. How do you know so much? People always say that to me, Brendan, how do you know so much? I don't know. I've been doing it for 20 years. Do it for 20 years, you'll also know so much. Slight edge principle. And that's what we're trying to achieve here today. You learn every part of the DuePoint system with us. Every Saturday will be different, guys. Have you been here once that's been the same yet? No. Every Saturday will be different. You'll never be able to say, I've been there, it's fine. I mean, there are guys here, I know, that should be here. And they're not because they're going, I know how to do this. And they don't know how to do this. They don't. And they're not here, and they'll never learn. Okay. Of course, it's live streaming. So if you physically cannot make it, watch it live. And if you can't watch it live, make sure you watch the recording. They're recorded, they're online. And as you put new people into your channel, get them watching it. Welcome to DuePoint. Sit down. Play. Sit and watch and learn. Okay, these are the tools we put in place for you. Online training videos, XP activity. Just for watching the video online, drop a note to info@duepoint.net and they'll add the XP to you every time you watch one of our training videos. Okay, more and more videos will become available and we'll upload them all the time. So check. Do you guys know where to find them? You log in, channel, development. All your training videos are there. Okay. Ensure that your wealth engineers become experts. Don't you want a team of experts working for you? Man, how wonderful is that? Duplication. Duplication. Have your guys working for you as experts. And then, folks, once a year, we're going to be running a national conference. We might start in one region. Later on, we might hit more than one region. They're going to be one-off events. Once a year, we're going to run a huge national conference. National conferences are so good for you and your channel. They're so good. We're going to announce our new products there, our new rewards, extra prizes for people. We're going to give recognition. You want to be famous? I want to be famous. You know, I want to be up on the stage knowing that I have done something of significance. I want people to tell me how they've changed their lives. You are going to change people's lives. People are going to say, Pamela changed my life. She changed my life. She got me into the system, and I thought this was rubbish. And here I am 5 years later earning 100,000 Rand a month. She's changed everything. There, that girl there, on stage, 3,000 people seeing it. Changed everything. It is fantastic for energy and motivation to come to the national conferences. It's like 250 Rand a ticket or something. That's to help us cover the food you're going to eat. You know? That's all it is. You and yours. There is XP here. You get 1,000 XP for attending. Plus 25 XP, I think it is, or 250 XP. I can't. 25 XP per person you bring who's never been to a national conference before. I mean, come on, you're getting XP for personal presentation. You're getting XP for home presentation. You get XP for the introduction presentation. You get XP for the development seminar. And you get XP for the national conference. Do you think I'm trying to get you to do something here? Yes. The personal activity. Get involved. You want to succeed? Get involved. Do not come and tell me 3 months from now that this business does not work when I have never seen you before in my life. I will not listen to you. Okay? Because you have not done what is required to make this business work. Okay? It demonstrates to those that are new the size and scale of DuePoint. We will put on a proper show. Okay? They will go, this is huge. This is huge. I want to be part of this. I want to be part of it. In so many ways, it's going to be changing people's lives. In so many ways. Okay?